Do you know that approximately 1/3 of the food produced globally for human consumption goes to waste every day? That's about 1.3 billion tons per year. Welcome to a journey into the unseen world of food waste, a colossal issue that stretches far beyond your kitchen bin. Picture this. 1/3 of all food produced for our plates ends up untouched, discarded, and ultimately wasted. It's a staggering amount equivalent to over 1 billion tons each year. This is food that could have been consumed, food that required resources to grow, transport, and package. But the impact of this waste is more than just a missed meal. It is an environmental, financial, and ethical minefield. The resources invested in producing this food, water, land, energy, labor, and capital are also wasted. This means that food waste contributes to climate change, depletes natural resources, and is a missed opportunity to feed those who are hungry. The environmental implications are significant. When food waste decomposes in landfills, it releases methane, a greenhouse gas much more potent than carbon dioxide. This contributes to global warming and the resultant climate change, exacerbating an already dire situation. Financially, the cost of food waste is immense. Globally, the economic loss is estimated to be around $1 trillion annually. That's money that could be invested in education, health, and infrastructure. Perhaps most heartbreakingly, food waste is an ethical dilemma. In a world where over 800 million people suffer from chronic hunger, the fact that so much food goes to waste is deeply troubling. Consider the continent of Africa, where food scarcity is a grave issue. The food wasted in developed countries could make a significant difference if redirected appropriately. Imagine, all that waste could feed more than twice the number of undernourished people worldwide. So, what can we do about it? Let's delve deeper into this issue and explore some practical solutions in the upcoming scenes. Because remember, change starts with awareness, and we're just getting started. To tackle food waste, we first must understand where it's coming from. Have you ever considered what happens to the food that doesn't make it to your plate? A considerable amount of food ends up in the bin, and it's not just leftovers. The causes of food waste are many and varied, but some are more prevalent than others. Let's begin with improper storage. Many of us are guilty of simply tossing our groceries into the fridge without much thought. But did you know that the way we store our food can greatly affect its lifespan? Storing fruits and vegetables improperly can lead to premature ripening and eventually spoilage. Now, let's talk about overbuying. It's easy to get carried away at the supermarket, especially when there are deals and discounts at every corner. However, buying more than we need often leads to waste as we struggle to consume everything before it goes bad. Another common cause of food waste is the misunderstanding of expiration dates. Best before, sell by, use by. These labels can be confusing. Often they are mistaken as indicators of food safety, when in fact they mostly refer to the quality and taste of the food. Many foods are still safe to eat past these dates, yet they are thrown away out of fear of food poisoning. Finally, there's the lack of awareness. Many of us don't realize the scale and implications of food waste. It's not just about wasted money or wasted food. Every time we throw away food, we're also wasting the resources that went into producing it: the water, the land, the labor. And let's not forget the environmental impact. When food ends up in landfills, it decomposes and releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. Now that we know the issues, let's delve into the solutions. Reducing food waste starts right in our kitchens. Here, we'll share some practical solutions to food spoilage and storage that can significantly cut down on waste. Firstly, proper food storage is key to extending the shelf life of perishable items. This involves understanding the optimal conditions for different types of food. For example, certain fruits like apples and berries should be refrigerated, while others like bananas and avocados ripen best at room temperature. Vegetables, on the other hand, generally do well in a cool, dark place, such as a pantry or basement. Dry goods like flour, rice, and pasta should be stored in airtight containers to prevent moisture and pests from getting in. And remember to keep your refrigerator and pantry well organized so you can easily see what you have and what needs to be used up. Next, meal planning can go a long way in preventing food waste. By planning your meals for the week and shopping accordingly, you can avoid overbuying and ensure that all the ingredients you buy get used. This not only reduces waste, but can also save you money and time. Another key aspect is understanding food labels. The use-by date is the last day that the manufacturer vouches for the product's peak quality. After this date, food may not be at its best, but it's usually still safe to eat. The best buy date, on the other hand, is a suggestion for when to consume the product for optimal flavor and quality. It doesn't mean the food is unsafe after this date, so before tossing something out, use your senses. If it looks good, smells good, and tastes good, it probably is. Lastly, be creative with your leftovers. Leftover ingredients can often be repurposed into new meals. For instance, wilting vegetables can be used in soups or stews, overripe fruits can go into smoothies or desserts, and leftover grains can be turned into salads or stir-fries. You can even freeze leftovers in portion-sized containers for easy meals on busy days. These practical solutions are easy to implement and can make a significant difference in reducing food waste. So let's start making these small changes in our kitchens. Because remember, every small step counts. The less we waste, the more we save. Reducing food waste isn't just about saving money, it's about so much more. It's about creating a world that's more sustainable, ethical, and balanced. One where we value resources and not just in terms of dollars and cents. When we reduce food waste, we are practicing environmental conservation. Food that ends up in landfills decomposes and releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. By minimizing food waste, we're directly reducing harmful emissions and helping to slow the pace of global warming. It's a simple action that has profound effects on our planet's health. But the benefits don't stop there. Think about it. When we waste less, we buy less. This results in economic savings for households, businesses, and governments. In the United States alone, it's estimated that a staggering $160 billion worth of food is wasted every year. Imagine the resources that could be saved and the investments that could be made if we cut down on this colossal waste. Beyond the financial and environmental aspects, there's an ethical dimension to consider as well. In a world where nearly 900 million people suffer from chronic hunger, it's deeply troubling that 1/3 of all food produced globally goes to waste. By reducing food waste, we're making a statement that we care about global food security and the well-being of our fellow humans. And speaking of global food security, let's talk about Africa. This continent, rich in culture and resources, is often disproportionately affected by food scarcity. The irony is, Africa wastes less food than any other continent, yet it's the most in need of additional food resources. By reducing food waste globally, we can help shift the balance, ensuring that food gets to where it's needed most. Reducing food waste isn't just beneficial, it's necessary, so let's make a difference. Let's make the choice to be more mindful about our consumption, more respectful of our resources, and more considerate of our global community. Because when we reduce food waste, we're not just saving money, we're saving the world. Reducing food waste can seem overwhelming, but remember, every little bit counts. We've taken a journey today, from understanding the unseen impact of food waste to identifying its causes and exploring practical solutions. We've seen how simple changes in food storage and handling can significantly reduce spoilage. The benefits of these actions are far-reaching. Not only do they help us save money and resources at home, but they also contribute to a larger global effort. By reducing food waste, we're helping to alleviate pressure on agricultural lands, conserve water, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. And let's not forget the profound impact such actions could have on economies, especially those in Africa, where food waste reduction can contribute to food security and economic stability. We each have a role to play. It starts with awareness, followed by action. Start today, make a difference in your kitchen, and together we can make a difference in the world.